All right, Shalom. This is the brother from Great Millstone Charlotte Camp. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory. Ka Halayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Salutations and double salutations to the hopeful elect Akim that's pushing his word around the four corners of the wind. Also to the confusion faces out there that's professing and proclaiming the names of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity in this doctrine, man. Shalom. And I just want to get my lesson for the day is about trusting not oppression, man. You know, mainly a message for the 2/3 of Israel, you know, because for the hopeful elect, we don't trust in oppression, you know. For the ones that fighting in this truth daily and believe in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, we believe in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We don't believe in the so-called white man being Esau, Edom. And we don't believe in nothing he has to say or what his way is. Because we coming into a time, basically the times of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, war is on the horizon. You know, you just had Donald Trump in the treaty with Russia with the nuclear arms and stuff. And that all that's is biblical, man. You know? And that's letting you know we getting closer to the times being. And also, you're going to have the famine of bread and water, the physical famine, and a spiritual famine, which is the famine of the word, which they already been having test runs of shutting down YouTube, you know, and that happened a couple of days ago. And with that being said, they never had this incident happen until the truth has spread across the masses of the world, man. You know, using the Urim and the Thummim, which is the internet. And the truth, elites, you can't stop this truth. It's already been out there. The hopeful elect is being sealed, and it already has been sealed. Now it's time for the judgment of the 2/3, and that's why a lot of stuff is speeding up, because it's getting near and closer to that time of the 2/3 to get judged, man. You know, like I said, war is arising. The RFID chip is coming soon. And also the economic collapse of America. You know, Jacob's trouble, where there'll be no more work, man. The grinding shall cease. There'll be no more works in the city. And the only way you can work if you take that RFID chip. And that's not even guaranteed, but what is guaranteed is nuclear destruction if you take that RFID chip, you know. And I'm going to just get into some scriptures. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise and depart. Yeah, that means arise, man. Wake up and depart from this land. Depart from the ways of America. But the only ones that's going to do that is the hopeful elect. Like I said, 2/3 got to die in their sins, man. And 2/3 are stubborn. They don't want to wake up. They love this so-called white man's world, man. They love being in this so-called land of opportunity, which is not, man. It's an oppressing land for you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The white man do not like y'all. You know, it is written. Esau hated Jacob, man. You know. For this is not your rest. That's right, man. This is not your rest, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is not your rest. Because once again, this is not our land. And for one, we're in captivity. We fell from our power, the law, statutes, and commandments. We did not follow of the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, you know, and His only begotten Son. You know, we didn't follow or obey His voice. By Him, you know, He used the prophets. He always has used the prophets. But 2/3 never hearkened unto the prophets, man. That's why we in this situation now. We in the land called America. We in captivity. And that's the reason why we fail throughout history, man. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. It's polluted, man. Starting off what they did to to Gad and Reuben and other Latino tribes, man, in this land. How they came over here and slaughtered millions, man, you know, by the numbers. And this land is shedded. This land is made by bloodshed. How they backstabbed the Northern Kingdom. And then how they brought us over here and killed us off as well during the times of, you know, slavery as the Negroes and Haitians and the Jamaicans came over in America on them slave ships, man. You know, even with a sword destruction, yeah, man, sword destruction, man. You know, and all this filth in America. You got homosexuality, transgenderism, chemtrails all in the skies. You got GMO foods. The water's contaminated and polluted. This place is fit to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Mainly you 2/3, because you're gonna fall by the sword. But for the hopeful elect, the Lord's gonna protect us in all this filth, man. Because that's how you know that the Lord is dealing with the 144,000 and the 1/3, you know, praying that I be part of that number, and the other Akim and Akwath that's in this truth, man. You know, because we need Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shaka. This place is very polluted and nasty, and it's, you know, full of diseases. You know, you're liable to catch anything just by walking outside, man. Like I said, the chemtrails in the sky, they got gay bombs now that basically fuck with your hormones and make you be a faggot out here. But like I said, the Lord is going to protect his men, man. The book of Psalms, chapter 62, verse 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. That's right, man. Don't trust in this oppression, man. You know, you may get a you know, a so-called good job, but at the same time, man, hey, just thank the Lord. You know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you got a so-called good job, and you know, keep praising him and keep doing his will, keep doing the work, and don't fall out this truth to go back into the world, man, the world of darkness, man. Lead the light and then go into the world of darkness. Because 2/3, they trust in oppression, man. You know, they love being under the so-called white man's ass and pleasing him, working for him, putting faith in this job, in their jobs, man, knowing damn well they can lose it by any second, you know, by any means too. The so-called white man can cut you short, man, cut your hours or anything like that, you know. And us being in this truth, we don't trust in oppression. We trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, he give us what we need to survive in this life, man. And we count that as a blessing. You know, count that as our daily bread that we get throughout the days on this earth. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. And that's what 2/3 do, man. You know, as soon as they get a little money, they get besides themselves. That's how most of them don't even come near close to the Lord. And even if they do, they doing it wrongfully, man, because they're not praising Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, and they get a big head, thinking they, you know, got a little promotion, think everything good. Sooner or later they get a promotion, they get, you know, the women, you know, because money come with women. If you got money, women gonna flock to you, you know. But as the scriptures say, the Lord has chosen the poor of this world, man, but rich in faith. We rich in faith because we strongly believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. We believe he's going to establish his kingdom and it's going to reign forever. And we're going to reign forever with Yahweh Shai, with slaves, man. We're poor in this world, man. You know, we got a 9-to-5 dead-end job, and we making just barely ends meet. But the Lord make it good enough to make ends meet, man. To make it good enough that we can still maintain, you know, our living, and also keep maintaining in the spirit, man. Staying in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shaka. That's the main maintainment in order to walk around and guide yourself in this wicked world, man. The scriptures, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. And 2/3 do not have that. And little do 2/3 know, you know, this place about to cease, man. Ain't gonna be no more work in the fields, man. You know, because like I said, economic collapse is coming. This place is in, you know, over 22, 23, 24 trillion dollars in debt, and they can't bounce back. Then on top of that, you got other countries leaving the U.S. dollar So even if they try to bounce back, they have nobody to depend on, man. All they can do is depend on themselves. And it's not backed up by gold nor silver. So that's another, you know, bad cut unto America. And also, we have faith in the scriptures because it's prophesied that an economic collapse is going to happen. That famine of bread and water is going to happen. Look at Venezuela, man. That thing, they went down and they finally dropped the U.S. dollar not too long ago. After all that hell that they done caught, you know, being under the U.S. dollar, you know, and the oil prices skyrocketing. They had a huge hyperinflations, man. And that's coming to the shores of America, whether you believe it or not. This is the book of Proverbs. I'm going to start at 4 and then jump down to 21. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 11 verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death. And you know, the riches don't profit nothing in the day of wrath. You can't buy your way into heaven, so to speak. You know, here all hell breaking loose and the money ain't worth nothing, but you still trying to use the money in order to get your necessities and stuff like that. And also, you're gonna have some people, because you know how some people in those churches, they think they can buy their way into heaven, not knowing that the Lord is not dealing with them churches, neither this filthy money, this blood money that the so-called white man push out, man. You know, the Lord's not looking for that. He's looking for the faithful and the truthful men that believe in his words and believe on his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, man. Because through Yahweh Shai, we are being brought back unto the Heavenly Father, you know. And that's the only way we're going to receive and go unto salvation, through Yahweh Shai, man. Seeking mercy from Yahweh Shai to go back and tell the Father, you know, what's the deal with the ones that seeking him, the ones that want salvation, the one that want deliverance from all this hell that's about to come, man, from this death. Like it say in the last verse. But righteousness delivereth from death. You know, you being righteous in this truth to the best of your ability, you know, believing Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, having faith, doing the work, you know, keeping all the laws and commandments to the best of your abilities, because we in hell, we in captivity. We're not perfect. We're going to fall short a lot of times, but still have faith, you know, in Yahweh Shai, mainly Yahweh Shai, because in Yahweh Shai, we are saved by grace and mercy, by his blood, man, you know. Verse 21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. That's right, man. That's for you, you niggas and you spicks and tomahawks that want to be side with the so-called white man, especially the ones in them governments that believe in the system and believe in the way of the so-called white man, being Esau Edom. The Lord got a special judgment and just, you know, death unto you, because you basically trusting in your enemy, your number one enemy at that. You know, this man has put us down for the longest and had us oppressed for a very long time, you know. And with that being said, by you 2/3 being under the so-called white man, the Lord's going to destroy you for that, man. The wicked shall not go unpunished. That's not going to leave the so-called white man not to go unpunished, man. They're going to be punished for their wicked deeds that they have done and commit on this earth, man, mainly in America. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Who is the seed of the righteous? The nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Starting off with the hopeful elect, man. Because the only way the 2/3 is going to be delivered is through that second death. They got to know death by pain. And then they're going to come back in the kingdom of heaven in their rightful minds, you know, having, you know, slaves and stuff, having the rest of the heathen nations in slavery, because, you know, around that time, by that time, the so-called white man being Esau Edom, he's going to be exterminated after that 1,000-year prison sentence, man, that we gonna have on their asses, man. You know. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 4. I start at verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the keepers of the house is you so-called elites, man, the ones that controlling the America, man, and controlling the whole world, the keepers of the house, man, they're gonna be trembling in that day because everything is basically falling before their eyes, man. Their little kingdom that they established, the Lord is throwing it down, you know, by using the prophets first, you know, spiritually being thrown down, and then physically it's gonna be thrown down, man, you know, by, you know, the way of the prophets having spiritual powers, you know, Jacob's trouble, martial law. Can't forget martial law, because that's coming too. The economic collapse, the World War III, you know, all of these are the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and it's coming to America, man. And they won't be able to do nothing to stop it. And strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. That means basically it's not gonna be it's gonna be all hell out here, man. Ain't gonna be no work. You know, it's gonna be anarchy out here in the streets and the shores of America, man. And it's basically gonna be the end of America and end of the rulership of Esau, man, the so-called white man. Because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is at the beginning of it that followeth. You know, and that's how you know that we in the last of the last days, man, because Esau rulership is falling, and the next rulership to rise up is Jacob, man. And the one that followeth is starting off with the hopeful elect, man, because those are the one that's going to receive the first fruit and the first go around of salvation, man. Also get to inherit the first goals of the kingdom of heaven, man, you know. And like I said, that's how you know we coming in those times, because, you know, here Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he's falling. His queendom is falling, man. Suddenly, man. Fast, too. You know? Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. That's right, man. That means no more stores gonna be opened up. No more Walmarts. You know? No more gas stations. All that's gonna cease, man. The doors are going to be shut. That means it's going to be no more work out here. You know, and for you 2/3, you're going to get caught with your pants down, man. Because here we've been telling you the whole time what's to come. But all you could have do is live up in your folly and believe in this place, man. You know, and believe in the so-called white man thinking everything good because he give you a little job. He give you a little higher position. And then on top of that, you shit on other jakes that lower than you. And main ones be firing them, you know, giving them a hard time, you know. And the Lord's going to pay you for that, repay you for that, man. And he shall rise up at the voice of the birds, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's also what's going on now. The music industry is being brought low daily, because you got mainly all these down low faggots that's in the rap industry. And then on top of that, it's being brought down low because of the demonic forces that is in these musics. You know, basically about committing adultery, being a trapper of the year, you know, shit like that, and basically being the worst nigga you can be. And that put vibrations mainly on, you know, mainly on 2/3, because they always had that wicked vibration, man, you know. And they're putting vibrations on them. That's why, you know, for the men that's in this truth, you know, younger brothers, and I say, like, so myself, if you listen to certain music, and, you know, certain music got to catch your beat, don't think negative really about it, man. Try to be positive about it, you know, or just don't listen to it at all. That'd be the best route to go. Just don't listen to it at all, or just listen to certain music like R&B, something soothing to your spirit. Because all that other stuff, it just riles you up and make you demonic at the end of the day. And like I said, it's being brought down low, man. There ain't no real music out here no more. Ain't no real artists and everything like that. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. That's right, man. Folly is set in great dignity. And they'll uplift folly, man. They uplift homosexuality. That's folly. They uplift women being over the men. That's folly, man. And the rich sit in low places. That's the you Israelites, man. Because here we supposed to be a royal people, and royalty, that comes with riches and being, high in stature. But we sitting in a low place, a low condition, man, because we're suffering. We're cursed at the end of the day, and we sitting in low places, mainly in America. And this is the lowest of the places that to be sitting in. And like I was saying, folly is set in great dignity. They uplift folly, man. Music, sports, all that's folly. Here, all this, news, all this destruction and stuff is going on around the world and outside of America. But here they only focus on what's in America, and then not only what's in America, but the so-called good things that's going on in America, like the entertainment world, the sports world, drama. All that is folly, man. And that's what 2/3 are being tricked and engulfing, man. Here, us being the hopeful men of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, the hopeful elect, we don't look at that, man. We, look into prophecies. We study what's going on around the world. We study the collapse of the dollar. We study especially that RFID chip, because it's here. Sooner or later, it's gonna be hitting certain neighborhoods or certain states and cities that brothers have, well-paying jobs and stuff like that. Even like in the business corporation and stuff like that, and at your local Walmart and everything, they're gonna implement those chips, man. They're going to be like, oh, this is the only way you can work now. This is the new biometric system that the world is pushing. Either you're going to take it or you're not going to have no work. And us, hopefully, being part of that hopeful elect, we're not going to take that shit. Because at the end of the day, we trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. We trust that the Lord is going to protect us, man. Even though that's something real serious, because during that time, you're not going to be able to eat or drink. But you gotta think about it. You have trust in the Lord. The Lord can find ways for you to eat and drink during those times and during that day, man. The day of Jacob's trouble, man. This is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Woe to you Negroes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the modern day Egypt today is America, man, because Egypt just means bondage. This is our bondage. This is the land of our captivity. And a lot of people go to Egypt for help, mainly through, the government system, for government assistance, for certain rights and certain liberty that they have to get from the so-called white man. And that's how you also know that we are those people that are cursed, because we will go to our enemies for the want of all things. No matter what you want to do or anything like that, you got to go to if you have to be in face with a so-called white man or a so-called white woman, man, you Edomites, man, because those are the nations. That's the nation of people that rule this world, man, through Satan. And Satan got the power through Yahweh Shah, because at the end of the day, Satan is not willingly controlling everything on his own will. He's being controlled himself by Yahweh Shah, the powers that created Satan, And with that being said, that's who you have to go to for the one of all things. You so-called white people, Esau, Edom. and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. That's right, man. They made, you know how they say, if it be a nuclear war, America got the best armies and stuff. We got the best Navy, best Marine, stuff like that. But they fail to realize these other countries, they got shit too. You know, excuse my language, but they got things of their own, man. They got strong armies, if not stronger. Cause, hey, pursuing, I believe in Joel the 3rd chapter, let the weak say I am strong, man. Cause at the end of the day, they're gonna come together, man. They're gonna come together and burn this whore named America, man. They're gonna destroy this place, man. Babylon the Great, man. The virgin daughter of Babylon. They're gonna destroy this place by thermonuclear fire in this upcoming World War III, man. And it's already at the door. It's here. It just hasn't been like manifested to full effect. They already having, like I said, different trade wars. You know, they basically having certain little arguments and stuff like that, disagreements, and it's gonna lead to war. That's what people fail to realize. And people think, and they got so much faith and confidence in this country, and not in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they think this country really gonna win, man. And it's not the case, you know. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. And that's our people that's our people, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel. They're not gonna seek unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua because they trust in this so-called white man. They trust in their oppressor, man. He was being oppressed all these years, thousands and hundreds of years, well, hundreds of years, man, thousands of years being oppressed, man. And they putting trust in the so-called white man, and that's not the case, man. You have to put trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh. And that's what he doing unto the prophets, man. He putting the wisdom, knowledge, understandings in our minds so we can speak through our mouth to let our people know, like, hey, man, get right with the Heavenly Father or be destroyed, man. The kingdom of heaven is for you. Salvation is for you, you know. But 2/3 not going to receive it. Only the hopeful elect. And we only trying to gather the hopeful elect, man. We're not gathering all of Israel because we already know all of Israel is going to die. But it was Salakia. The rest of the nation of Israel is going to die, man. Only the 144,000 and 1/3 is going to receive salvation, as the scriptures say, man. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And to be written in paper is these holy scriptures, man. And they are faithful and true, man. Everything that happened in this Bible has or will come to pass, man. And the Lord is not slack concerning his promises. And that's part of his promises. You know, destroying this place by thermonuclear fire. You know, redeeming his people Israel. Uplifting Israel. Putting these other heathens under subjection. Under the Israelites. Everything revolves under the nation of Israel, man. He does everything for Jacob's sake, man. Jacob and his 12 sons, man. Through Abraham, Isaac, man. You know. Verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's right. Don't let the non-believers stop you from this truth, man. Because it's crazy because you're going to have 2/3 that have their own vain opinion and thinking they're 100% correct. Or even if you hear certain things, you know, I wouldn't say eavesdropping, but you just hear certain bullshit that Jake be talking about. You be wanting to say something, but it's wise not to say something because all it is going to create strife and envy towards each other, man, with one another. Because Jacob think he can't be wrong, man. And he already think his way is the correct way. Not following Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that's who we follow, man. The men of Great Millstone, man. The men that's in this truth, man. That's doing it in truth and sincerity, you know. And like I said, don't let the non-believers discourage you, you Akim, man. And then, for my testimony, I know I had plenty of non-believers try to tell me, cause it's crazy, cause I don't speak to them, but they'll just start talking about their opinion on the Bible or just in life, and all of it sounds it's garbage, man. It's bullshit. All of it is just crazy, and then they try to entice you with those words. But then at the same time, you can't be enticed, man. You got to keep going on what you learn. Because all these years, you learn what you learn, and nothing but progress has been going on, man. All prophecies being fulfilled, as the scriptures say, everything that going on in this world is happening today, man. And even the stuff that happened in the past that's written in these scriptures, it happened. So with that being said, what would you rather believe in? A nigga that's just talking out the side of his neck with his own vain opinion, or believe in the Holy Spirit, man, the scriptures, man, Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's right, man. At the end of the day, they're going to die in their unfaithfulness, man. If they don't believe in this word, they don't believe in this truth, hey, count that as a blessing unto you, that you believe and you hold on to this truth until, striving to the truth until death, as the scriptures say. And I believe that in Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 28, if I'm not mistaken. Salakia if I am. But striving to the truth unto death, man. That's all we have, man. We don't want to go back into this world, which, we was once of the world, but now we came into the light. We left darkness, coming to the light. It'd be pointless to go back into the darkness, man. Because you're gonna be judged, man. You're gonna be judged way worse than these 2/3 out here, man. Because you knew the truth, And I'm gonna close it out with this scripture right here. It's the books of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High Yahweh, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. That's right, man. We supposed to present our bodies as a living sacrifice daily, man. Mainly on the highways and byways, pushing this word, man. Pushing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why it's holy and acceptable unto him, because we sacrificing our lives, our weekends, because most young brothers, like to just chill and relax on the weekends, but no, we got a job to do. We supposed to be out there on the highways and byways pushing the word, man. And it don't have to be on Saturdays, but most camps mainly do it on Saturdays, because that's the most time that brothers can have off. Because certain brothers just work, Friday and stuff like that. Or some brothers go out on Sunday. But however the Spirit of the Lord do it, they still go out and teach on the highways and byways, making their bodies a living sacrifice, man. Preaching into the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Pursuing the Matthew 10, chapter 10, verse 5, man. Verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. I mean, basically, wash away that old man. Take away that old man from out of you, within you. Get out of the world. Come into the light. Leave darkness and come into the light, man. Follow the light, which is Yahweh Shai, man. These holy scriptures, and the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding of the scriptures, man. Because you need all those in order to stay in the light and to absorb the light and get energy from that light, man. That ye may prove which that is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High Yahweh. That's right, man. Staying in this truth, man. It's acceptable, man, to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He loved to see that, man. You forsake the world, forsake certain jobs and stuff. Certain brothers had the opportunity to be making it big in this world, but they choose not to. Salaki. They choose not to, man. You know, to serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord is going to reward thee and reward, you know, all of us. You know, hopefully, you know, starting off with me, I hope he rewarded me as well. But also the other Akim that's also pushing this word hard, man, in sincerity and in truth, man. The ones that believe on him, man. He's going to reward us, man. You know, and we look forward for the kingdom of heaven. And that's the great reward, man. Receiving the kingdom of heaven and receiving salvation the first go round. Like I said, that was the end of my video. Hope it was edifying to you, you brothers out there, the Akim out there, man. And I wanna say, you know, give all praise and glory, Ka Halayim La, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rekah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Salutation to the hopeful elect out there that's pushing this word, sincerity, and truth, man. The Akim, man. And salutations to the Confucians of faces out there as well, man. Shalom, shalom.